Namaste, angels. I decided to do a Shravan reading in honor of Lord Shiva, the destroyer. You may hear in the background the Om Namah Shivaya chant. It's to play 1,008 times. Obviously, you won't hear all those times during this reading, but it is back there to, sort of help with the vibe, the energy that I'm going for. With the Angel Tarot and Animal Tarot, we're beginning with the Four of Swords. Thoroughly think things through before making a decision. Continuing to overanalyze isn't going to get you any closer to a resolution, but meditation and prayer will bring you the answers that you seek. And of course, abundance comes in all forms. Luck and fortune comes in all forms, but I think I am going to sort of focus at least somewhat on money and the material. And so the meaning of the Four of Swords with regard to work is that it might be a good time for you to take a break, like a vacation, a day off, something. If you work for yourself or from home, maybe you sit it out for a couple hours or as much time as you find allowable. In terms of finances, if you're having trouble paying your bills in particular, then it might be time for you to look to other sources of money that you have. So that may require some thinking. Again, let's say you've been in a position to loan other people money and they haven't paid. They're taking their time. It might be time to call in those loans or those debts. Or if you're owed money from some entity, I never got my refund. I did what I was supposed to do to get the refund. I returned the stuff and I've been waiting. I still don't see it on my card. Call them, follow up on that. I submitted, a claim for my insurance. I was supposed to be reimbursed for the glasses I bought. Follow up on that. Those sorts of things. What else? I guess that's it. I mean, your love is, of course, is a form of abundance also. Love and relationship, this would again be about the need for a break, either from your partner or perhaps with your partner. The card after it is also upright. It's the Five of Pentacles. Fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, and uncertain self-employment. So this is maybe about worrying about money. Maybe because of that, you feel like you can't take a break. You shouldn't. Look, this koala's exhausted. It's like falling asleep on the job. I just got from this that maybe you feel like you're unable to take a break because you're so concerned with money. But again, this is the top card. This is the card we're going with. It's telling us it's okay right now for us to do that. Also, this card for me is more so about fear of lack than actual lack. It's not really about not having, it's about fear. So what can fear do? It can cause us to manifest that lack. We sort of create our reality. And one of the things we're put here on this earth to do, or that we're meant to do while we're here, is to figure out how to create, right? So we can create a better reality for ourselves. Our minds are that powerful. And they're powerful enough for us to bring negative stuff into our lives too, if that's on what we're focused. So this is an energy that we want to move past. With love and relationship, it is similar. It's like fear of lack of some sort in terms of the type of relationship or the person, or yourself, you're not good enough. You don't have enough money. You're not pretty enough. You're too skinny. You're too heavy. Whatever the case is. It's like fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, fear of commitment, fear of change, fear of the future. I don't know what lies ahead. Mommy issues, daddy issues, any number of things I attach to this as it relates to love. The King of Cups is positive in either of those areas, money, finances, or love and relationship, of course. He may be an actual person in your life, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. He is trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. trustworthy and heartfelt advice, and charity work. Which reminds me, one of the things that can, the Four of Swords can be saying to us, it can be suggesting that we make at least a small donation to someone or some entity that we feel is, a reputable, worthwhile charity. And sometimes if our flow is sort of blocked and our money's not flowing to us, that can open it up, and worst case scenario, if it didn't, at least you feel good, right? That you helped somebody that had even less than you, or that was, deserving. We have the King of Cups here recommending that we do charity work as well. So somebody may want to look into that. He's a very generous energy, a very balanced energy, and of course, very romantic. Then we have the Eight of Swords, an illusion of being trapped. So we talked about this already with the Five of Pentacles. It's a fear of being stuck, a fear of being trapped, a fear of lack. Also potentially a lack of self-confidence and being afraid to take action. So all the signs here are indicative of us needing to go ahead and take that sort of action toward our own gains, whether it's working or whether it's calling in your debts, or trying to get your energy to flow by making a donation, or a combination of those, or all of the above. You have an exciting reason to celebrate, such as an engagement, wedding, graduation, or a birth announcement. Remember to cherish those you love. This could be the reason that maybe you're wanting to go away, or this could be an opportunity to go away, at least for a day. I go to, to my friend's wedding, or I'm going to, whatever. And maybe you are hesitant to go because, again, you're worried about lack. Now, the Three of Cups is also about a pleasant reunion with someone or something from your past. So not just a reunion, but a happy one. And it can be, so something is possible. So it could be, money. Again, something that you loaned out a long time ago. Your money's being reunited with you because you called it back in. That can be. Or some sort of material thing of value that you lost or misplaced that is returned, that comes back to you, you find it. Or, in terms of love and relationship, somebody, walking back into your life. Also, this card guides us to be social. So, again, if you get invited to some sort of social event, you are guided to go in connection to abundance as it relates to relationships. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, seeds well planted, temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So whether this is talking about your finances and you're worried for no reason, or your love and relationship, or any kind of abundance, it's saying you've planted the seeds that you need to plant, and worry is unnecessary. What you need to be doing is focusing on the growth now. Wow, we have so many that are upright. Okay, I could do this forever. I'm going to stop. But the next card is the King of Wands, which is another very positive card. I pulled out the divine, what is it called? The Keepers of the Light Oracle. Because I know that there is a Shiva card in here, Lord Shiva card in this deck. We're beginning, however, with higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required for further progress. And Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. So that could be talking about, actual love and relationship, or, again, being charitable with somebody that you don't even know. Cloak of Wisdom with Kuthumi. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So if your intuition is telling you something, don't be afraid to follow it. That can be, the path toward your abundance. It's like what we saw here. We're being told to do something, but we're afraid. We're afraid of lack. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. And then with the Abundance, Angels of Abundance deck, we're starting with clean energy food. When you fuel your body with beautiful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and the ability to focus. This automatically leads you to a more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. Deservingness. You are a beloved child of God like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose, even if you can't recognize your lovable qualities. Trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. And lastly, visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. So I'll just shuffle these a bit. I looked at a bunch of these, so I'm going to toss them in here quickly. So I mentioned, I don't think I mentioned it here, and I probably should have, but I did mention in the love reading that I had meant to talk about Shravan in the general reading, and I didn't. So I mentioned it in the love reading, and I explained that it is the month in which it's said to be the most opportune time to seek Lord Shiva, and to have him help you with abundance. So that's what we're doing. We're looking for his guidance here. Look, this card just like leapt out. It's the Chariot. An important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. Major Arcana card 7. The Chariot is about victory, for one thing. It's also about movement or moving, both literal and metaphoric. Success. Overall energy here is the Page of Swords, who is logical, honest, impulsive, and curious, and possibly a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans, and truth delivered without tact. Followed by the Five of Fire, competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. And I believe this week, actually, Mercury, ruler of the sign of Gemini, moves into Leo. And that may be what this is about, because this Five of Fire is a very, not only fiery energy for me, it can be about, if it's not about conflict, then it can be about like passionately pursuing things. So that like a very fiery energy. Four of Pentacles, not one of my favorite cards, about holding on to something that is not serving you and is basically holding you back, but you're holding on to it because like you're afraid, fear of the unknown. You rather stick around with the devil you know. So for example, it's being in a relationship that you know is dead and a dead end, just because that person splits the rent with you, or just because that person is your child or children's other parent, or just because, it's like, yeah, I'm absolutely miserable and I hate it here. Should probably be getting a divorce, but, we got this house together. We got these kids together. Look, it's two Justice cards back to back. Or, yeah, I don't like this job. They don't like me. They treat me horrible. They won't give me a raise. They won't give me a bonus. I make the same, money I've been making for the past 10 years. I'm miserable. I work the hardest. I work the most hours. I'd really like to be somewhere else, but at least I get a paycheck. That's not enough, and you're deserving of so much more. So that's why I do not like the Four of Pentacles. So far, no sign of Lord Shiva. Close. Lord Ganesh. Infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. I like the sound of that. Behind that is Cernunnos and Life Force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Followed by Divine Director. Intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided to, and happiness is your purpose. Joal Cool. Dharma unfolding. So this is like payback for all of the good energy and vibes and works that we, put out to the universe. Remember that you're on a path and take one step at a time toward happiness. I'll shuffle this last deck. We had moonlighting fall away already. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. Pay yourself first. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you're paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. Behind that, we have windfall of abundance. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. So you can look at this as an individual or a couple, as always. Divine being or couple. Recent past. Near future. Specifically masculine higher self. And I do that because the majority of my viewership, according to YouTube's analytics, is female and or feminine. Blocks to individual or shared progress. What the feminine can do to help herself. The masculine can do to help himself. What the universe would like to help us with, but we have to seek it, we have to ask. And the outcome by the end of the month, what we can expect as a gift from Lord Shiva, if we follow the guidance. The same thing here. And here. Isn't that interesting how the cross was made out of only angel cards? Divine being or couple. Abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something that you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. Archangel Michael wants you to believe this. So he wants you to begin to work on your manifestation. Whether you have to physically tell yourself these sorts of things every morning. You know, I am divine. I have infinite abundance. I want for nothing. Well, if you have to tell those things to yourself until you convince yourself and you have that mindset, or you just got to put it out there once and believe that, you know, heaven will take care of you. However you have to do it, Archangel Michael wants you to follow through with this. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow the miracle to occur. And wow, speaking about manifestation, it's the magician. Okay? You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. So this is representative of our energy, this batch here. Now we just got to see what it is we need to do with it. So recent past, what have we been dealing with? Do the work. So a lot of us have done the work already. It's not enough to dream or pray. You also got to take the positive action steps that you're being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. We have that being joined by a cloak of wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. You know what you have to do. Trust what you know. And the Empress, who is all about, you know, working toward abundance, creating. Threes themselves are about creation and creating. The Empress represents the planet Venus, currently located in the sign of Virgo, one of the, you know, an earth sign. So one of the major work energies, commitment, dedication to getting things done, to start making a plan and seeing it through. Lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Of course, Venus also rules the sign of Taurus, as well as that of Libra and Gemini. Near future. Unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is to take the divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. And that starts here. With that, we have call to action. You can't make I couldn't make this up, and I couldn't like pick better cards to go with better cards. You know, here it's talking about you got to do the action, and here it's saying the same thing. It's the call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Because if you don't, missed opportunity. You know, if you're pessimistic, if you're doubtful, if you just sit by wallowing in self-pity, then nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to happen. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped. Not seeing the positive in a situation. Crying over spilled milk. Masculine's higher self specifically. Moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. And that is joined by Lady Portia in Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. And you guys got another Four of Swords. It's time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So that can be talking about the decision maybe to permanently leave one job so that you can start another or start your own business. And this is telling you how you can do both without leaving your job. Or another way to look at this could be like this is your sign to take a break from what you normally do and to get started on that other, you know, fulfilling that dream that you have and trusting that everything is happening as it's supposed to. Blocks to individual or shared progress. Holding on to guilt. That's one of the things that's holding you back. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them, which is what's happening here. Remember I said, like, wallowing in self-pity, beating yourself up, being doubtful, being pessimistic. That release all that. That's the block. With that also is care and compassion. This is about you showing yourself care and compassion in addition to other people that you have to forgive, you know, and release maybe, or welcome back into your life. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved and offer a helping hand. And the Knight of Cups. He is emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and an invitation to a social event. So this can be because you have emotions that are imbalanced, because you're holding on to a bunch of negative emotions like guilt, regret, resentment. It's been a block. Knight of Cups can actually be a real person that's in your life too, as a court card. A Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Sometimes for me, the Knight of Cups is somebody that wants to, or that is returning to your life also, if that means anything for anyone. So maybe like a block is that they have not returned, and the reason they have not returned is because there's that negative energy between the two of you. Or they returned and it didn't go how you wanted because there's that negative energy between the two of you. What the feminine can do to help herself. Sorry, I was skipping ahead. Gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe. Yes, and it's nice that it sits here next to the Five of Cups, because that's what the Five of Cups is about. You know, instead of being thankful for the 2 cups that are standing there, this person is more concerned with the 3 that fell over. So it is about being thankful that I have these 2 cups, and and they're full. On top of that, what can I make? What can I do with these 2 cups? Let me be thankful for that. And the gratitude list is joined by Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet and come back to Earth. Stay grounded. So, this is giving me that Venus in Virgo, because it's mother energy. So, like the Venus. And then we have, Earth connection, like Earth signs, in this talk of being grounded. I would look to see where my personal Venus is in my chart. I know my personal Venus in my chart is in Gemini. But I would look, some of you may have it in Virgo. And even if you don't, understanding more what Venus in Virgo is about, I think will be helpful to the feminine. And I do talk about what Venus in Virgo is about in the general reading this week. I think it was this week. More mother energy here with the moon, Major Arcana card 18. It's important to trust your intuition, even if you're unsure of what's happening. All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. Major Arcana card 18, the moon, represents the planet Neptune and the sign of Pisces, which it rules. Masculine, what he can do to help himself. Words of abundance. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. So just the way I was doing a moment ago, when I was saying, I am abundant. Money flows to me freely. I need for nothing, That's joined by faith. It's like a very similar card to the one the feminine got. Look at the feminine's card and look at the masculine's card. Isn't that interesting? Faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. And lastly, the Four of Cups. Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all the gifts that God is presenting to you. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way, right? Don't convince yourself, like from the guilt and other negative emotions. Don't convince yourself like in advance, like, well, nothing good ever happens to me, no use in me checking out the opportunity. It's going to suck. That's the negative talk that comes from the negative emotions. So that leads to, just grows to be the Five of Cups from the Four. So that's what you want to be careful of, masculine. What the universe would have the masculine and feminine do to help themselves and wants to help with as well, if we allow it to. No more complaining. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations bloom into reality. Also joined by El Moria, an awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. And the Sun. Your plans will work out well, bringing you happiness, prosperity, and success. And you'll garner the recognition for your accomplishments that you so richly deserve. If you follow these steps. Because the Sun represents also the planet Jupiter, which is the planet of luck and opportunity, growth, and expansion. So following the guidance is leading us to that. Jupiter currently retrograde in Aquarius, moving back and forth between Pisces and Aquarius. And lastly, from Lord Shiva. Employment change. Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you to release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported every step of the way. And this doesn't necessarily mean you're going to stop doing what you do completely. Employment change can be, I own my own business, but now I have a new line of, clientele, or I'm working with a new vendor and the stuff we're selling together is going like hotcakes. That would still be an employment change. But certainly if you go from unemployed to employed, that is definitely an employment change. It's joined by the holy amethyst, divine alchemy. So this is magic, right? Or like a doctor, a chemist, putting things together, whipping things up, like the magician. I like how they're like mirroring one another, one on each end. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. And he's telling you to do it without fear. Your worries and fears aren't real. They're not even real. They're fueled by focusing on the negative, which gives power to that of which you're afraid. Stop worrying, let go of fear, and everything will be okay, says Lord Shiva. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading. I hope you can follow the guidance here and lead yourself to, greater abundance in your life and just an overall, better attitude, more positivity, which breeds more positive energy in you, around you, and definitely becomes a conduit to attracting more and more abundance that you can recycle by being generous with others. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment. Namaste.